Well, it's probably your worst nightmare. You know, when your child is not well and you go to the doctor and the outcome is, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but your child's got cancer. You know, your world just comes tumbling down and you really just think, you know, I don't want my child to die. I mean, it's the first thing that you think of.
The Stephen Walter Foundation came out of a mother's pain of losing her son to childhood cancer. Stephen Walter lost his battle when he was just 19 years old after an 8-year heroic fight.
He left a request saying, I want you to raise money for research into childhood cancer so that one day no other kid will have to go through what I've been through.
Stephen Walter was diagnosed with cancer in his right leg when he was just 11 years old and fought hard through chemotherapy and the removal of a major bone in his leg. But through all this, he never lost sight of one of his passions: motorbikes. Stephen's aim was to make his 16th birthday so he could compete in the Australian 4-day enduro. He realised his goal and finished the event with a silver medal, despite having been told just weeks before that the cancer had returned to his lungs. The Stephen Walter Foundation has grown from its humble beginnings as a small charity ride in 2001 to the Snowy Ride, which is frequented by nearly 3,500 riders each year. The ride is run annually in the Alpine region of New South Wales and is the main fundraising event for the foundation. It's the largest charity ride in Australia. Over the 10 years, it's raised in the order of $4 million and has helped make significant inroads towards increasing the survival rates of childhood cancer.
Our eventual aim is to save 100% of children's lives that have cancer.
The Sydney Children's Hospital Research Unit and Children's Cancer Institute Australia have both been large recipients of funds over the years, and now the Foundation's also donating a significant portion of its funds to the Children's Cancer Centre Foundation at the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne. In Australia each year, around 600 children are diagnosed with cancer, and at the moment, the cure rate for those children is around 75 to 80%. That means that each year between 120 and 150 children die of cancer. Given the relatively small number of children that are diagnosed, pharmaceutical companies tend not to invest in research for new drugs in the area. This creates a funding gap for clinical trials and means the cost of treatment can be prohibitively high for each individual.
And it is a big gap, actually. We call it the bridge between bench and bedside. There is this hope coming from the bench, but to get it to the bedside is actually going to take a lot more money than we have available at the moment.
Over the past 30 years, survival rates have gone from around 20% to in some cases close to 80%. Via clinical trials, scientists are constantly looking at new ways to battle this disease and discover less destructive treatments. By funding the Stephen Walter Foundation, donors are helping to bridge the gap and bring a cure for childhood cancer that much closer.